Morocco, Morocco, Morocco. Where have you been all my life? This video may very well help you make a decision. Should you move to Morocco? And if you're Moroccan and you're watching this, tell me what you think. I know many Moroccans want to go abroad, maybe for work or financial reasons. But let me ask you guys that question, the golden question. If you could make an amazing living in Morocco, would you stay here? Because I've experienced the West. I was born and raised in London, right? And I'm telling you, if you can survive in Morocco financially, why on earth would you want to go to a miserable old London? I mean, I love London, it's my home, but anyway. Hey guys, so I've been living in Morocco now for just over a year, and I wanted to make a video as to why living in Morocco was one of the best decisions of my life. And I'm going to give you 6 reasons you should also make that move. No more delay, no more saying, tomorrow, or oh, I can't do it. It's just a matter of taking action, right? So if you don't have the finances because you don't have a remote job, then find one. If you do have a remote job and you can work anywhere in the world, then I would say, if you're still afraid, come to Morocco for just a month and see how everything is. But listen to these 6 reasons, and if you're still not convinced, then fair enough. Maybe Morocco is not for you. But let's find out. Number 1 is the cost of living. Now, the cost of living is unbelievably cheap. You can, as a family of 4, you could survive on like £1,000. Survive. You can still eat, you can rent, you won't save anything, but you can do the basics. Now, imagine having a salary online, maybe that of the UK, America, Australia, and living in a country like Morocco. You could probably have 3 months worth of living expenses covered in one paycheck on the low end. So that level of security you cannot get anywhere around the world. So I highly suggest you do your research, look at the cost of living. So for example, you can rent an apartment from between say 200 all the way up plus pounds per month. When it comes to food, you can spend 3,000 dirham, which is like 250 pounds a month or more. It's up to you. But yeah, number 1 is the cost of living. Number 2, of course, is the food. And that's kind of related to the cost of living, but the food here is exquisite, cheap, flavorful, and you can eat out practically every day. The vibes you get at the restaurants here are also not the same, especially because there's sunshine, there's palm trees, there's a lot of tourists. It feels like you're on a constant holiday. Now, that feeling can start to wear out, if you're in a holiday destination for too long, it no longer feels like a holiday, right? But the reality is, Morocco is so diverse, so you could end up going, to different parts of Morocco, renting an Airbnb, especially if you work remotely, and you can keep that nice feeling of a holiday going. Like you could go to Rabat, then Casablanca, and then Tétouan. And Morocco is not like the UK, where everything is the same. There's always something different, there's always something special. There's a variation in the food. For example, the tagine in Larach, in Araish, is different to the tagine in Casablanca. It tastes a bit different, they add different things. So definitely the food. There's couscous, there's msimman or raghaif, that kind of bakery, it's like a pancakey thing. Similar to paratha. I don't know if you guys know what that is. That's like an Indian or Pakistani thing. But yet, so we have the cost of living, the food is exquisite, and thirdly, I would say the culture. The culture is amazing. So Moroccan culture is quite diverse. You have, if you go to the south, you have different looking people ethnically. They're more dark, right? Or they're darker. If you go to the north, you get people that look like Europeans. And apparently that's because of the mixing that's happened. So basically, in the north, the whole Islamic Spain era, many people fled back to Morocco after the Reconquistador. I think that's what it's called. So you get a high level of Iberian Peninsula genetics, so they're more, they're whiter. And in the south, it's closer to deeper Africa, so they're darker. So it's quite diverse ethnically. Culturally, it's very, very rich. There's a lot to see. There is a deep history here, and it's not like it's apparent, let's just say. People really love their country. There's clothing people still wear, you know, the traditional clothing. So it's not like every other country. Everyone's wearing shorts and jeans and t-shirt. Even though most people do wear that kind of clothing, but still you'll see it here and there, people naturally just wearing the qandora, right? Because it's comfortable, it's nice, it's their tradition, right? So why not love your tradition, love your clothing? So it's definitely something I love about Morocco, it's the culture. Another wonderful thing is the sunshine. Look, can you believe, you see the sun you can see out there. Technically now it's spring, it's March, I believe, the 3rd. But throughout winter, it was sunny. And it averaged about 18 degrees. I have never experienced weather like this in my life. I mean, I've been to Morocco. I go to Morocco regularly, actually, every summer, especially as a child. But that was during the summer. I've never experienced the winter here. The fact that the winter is so mild, it puts a smile on my face. There are cold days, that's fine. But generally speaking, you can expect amazing weather. Coming from London, this is like, I feel at home. Even though London is my home, technically. But I feel more at home here in regards to the weather. So, sunshine, and in the summer, you know, you just go to the beach, it's amazing. The weather is a big plus, especially I would say if you're from London or maybe Canada and you're used to miserable cold weather. Especially London, actually. It's always grey, isn't it? Another amazing reason you should move to Morocco is there are so many places to visit. There's so many places to visit and explore. Like I said before, there's many cities, many foods, many traditions, many cultures, many nooks and crannies you can explore, especially if you have time. It's really cool because there's like that blue city, Chichwan I think is called, where you can go and see something really unique. You can go to Marrakesh and experience the unique narrow, you know, alleyways, etc. You can go to Rabat and experience the upper class feel, or go to Casablanca, the financial capital. There's a lot of diversity, so there's a lot to look at, a lot to explore. Another reason, guys, you must come here to live in Morocco. Now this is especially true if you're a Muslim. Even if you're non-Muslim, you probably love the sound of the adhan, but the fact that you hear the adhan 5 times a day with no bans, no restrictions, just the beautiful sound of the adhan, and there's a mosque like 2-3 minutes away from you, it makes being a Muslim way easier. Attached to that, the fact that everything is halal. You don't need to think, oh, is this halal? Is this haram? Can I eat this? Is it okay? Does it have pork? Does it have alcohol? You just close your eyes, say Bismillah and eat. Why? Because everything is halal. It's a Muslim country. So that's definitely a plus. Guys, if you found this useful in making a decision, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. I've only been here for a year. So far my experience has been amazing. So it's actually tremendous, I would say, phenomenal. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any videos you want me to make in the future, let me know, and take care. Assalamu alaikum.